Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to create a Chanel spring makeup look. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm a makeup artist and also esthetician, and I offer an online beauty consulting service. So this is where you and I chat virtually about your beauty concerns. So whether you are looking for a one-on-one coaching, a one-on-one makeup lesson, or if you just need some unbiased opinions or advice about your makeup collection or your skincare routine, because I don't work for any company, I work for myself. So when I give you advice or suggestions, it's really just my personal opinion. It's not swayed by any affiliation with any brand in particular. You really get my unbiased, unfiltered opinion on whatever beauty concerns you might have. So if you want to make an appointment, click the link in the description box down below. So for today's look, I'm going to go ahead and use the Chanel eyeshadow palette here called Warm Memories. This is the one that came out last spring, but as many of you are aware, the Chanel Spring Collection has launched this year in 2021, and we here in North America are not receiving the eyeshadow palettes, at least not for any time in the near future. I saw a lot of counters and boutiques do re-promotions of this palette in particular here. So what I thought I would do is mix some new and some old Chanel spring makeup and just create a really beautiful look for you guys here. And also what I'm going to do is use some of my new Rephr makeup brushes too at the same time as I create this look. As many of you know, I love mixing and matching different makeup collections, whether it's brand new, whether it's old, whether it's different brands. I really like to reuse the same products just to get as much as I can out of it. So this seems like fun, like new and old spring. So the first step is a skin prep. So I'm going into my Chanel Hydra Beauty Essence Mist. This smells fantastic. It smells like peach and melon, and it's also very soothing. It feels a little bit like aromatherapy, and it also just feels very extra, which I definitely am. Okay, so going into Warm Memories, I'm going into this top matte shade up here, and I'm using the Rephr brush number 15. This is supposed to be a crease brush, so I am just going to sweep some of this in the crease right here. Now, I just bought myself a new desk chair, so I hope it doesn't block the view of the perfumes and candles in the background. It hadn't occurred to me that maybe this part here would block the view, so let me know in the comments if you can still see the pretty decoration in the background. Okay, so just taking this, we're sweeping it into the crease. This is a pretty light shade. It's kind of a dusky rose with a hint of lavender. So a lot of you had mentioned in the comments in the past few videos that your Chanel advisors have been very elusive and hush-hush about the spring release here in North America. All we know is that there are two eyeshadow palettes that were supposed to come here but are not. For whatever reason, it's really unclear. And someone, I forget who, but she said she had a conspiracy theory that maybe we complained so much with the fall release that Chanel has decided to possibly stagger the release of the spring palettes, because when you don't have access to something, it makes you want it more. And so maybe they're just building anticipation. Maybe they're just making us want it even more. So by the time that these elusive spring palettes do come out here in North America, we will just run out and buy both. It's an interesting theory. Now I'm taking whatever's left on this brush here, and I'm just sweeping it under the bottom lashes. It's not necessarily adding that much color. It'll just blend together nicely afterwards. Now I'm going into this shade up here. This kind of looks like a more satiny version of the first shade that I used. And this is just going to be swept on my lid right here. And this is brush number 16. And then I'm just going over top again with that crease shade just to make sure it didn't disappear completely with this more satin finish color. Okay, so now I just feel like playing with the colors and layering them. So I'm gonna go into this beautiful peach color, and normally I put this on the mobile lid, but I'm actually gonna place this in the crease just for fun. So going back into the brush number 15, I'm just placing this up here. And then last but not least, I'm going into this bottom shade down here, this beautiful dark plummy color. And I have the brush number 13, and I'm gonna place this in the crease here. And then I'm also taking this little brush here and just sweeping some of this dark purple under the bottom lashes here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this alone for now, clean it up, do face makeup and all that. So for 2021, I hope that many of you start adopting eye cream as the way to clean up your under eye, because I know a lot of people still use eye makeup remover, but that will remove whatever eye cream you placed earlier that morning. So do yourself a favor, take whatever little eye cream samples you have rolling around in your vanity. I know you have at least one. Take a Q-tip, just really get a little hint of product on here, not that much. And then you are going to clean up any fallen eyeshadow. This will help clean up your under eye while adding more moisturizer instead of removing it. Okay, so for the foundation, I'm going into my Sublimage L'Essence de Teint. I am in the shade B30. While I know that this is a springtime makeup look, it is very much January and middle of winter here in Montreal. So I'm going to add a few drops of face oil. This is the Huile de Jasmin. This is a really lovely face oil. And what I'm going to do is just add like 1 drop for 1 pump of foundation, and this will add moisture, it'll add luminosity, and it'll also make my foundation a little bit more sheer and natural. And it has a really lovely jasmine scent. So you go like this. Now this foundation is already pretty fluid, but just be careful and add 1 little drop, that's it. I just went ahead and mixed this on the back of my hand with my fingers, so I'm just going to transfer it now. Okay, I currently look like Jackson Pollock on a canvas, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my Rephr brush number 17. Technically, this is more for building coverage, but I want to see what it looks like just to blend out a foundation as well. Now I'm going into a bit of concealer. This is not Chanel, this is the Clé de Peau concealer. This is just my favorite concealer of all time. So I am actually currently scraping product from inside the tube here. So I'm just going to transfer it over. I'm going to cover a few blemishes as well. Okay, so as you can see, my skin looks very luminous, and that is definitely the face oil, because the Sublimage foundation on its own has more of like a nice soft velvet finish, and this is just extra. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eyes. I'm going into a few products. I'm using my waterproof liner in Matte Taupe. It's this really nice dark brown. It's not black, so it kind of lifts the look a little bit. It's not too intense. And then I'm going to go into this mascara base. It's La Base Mascara. This is a volume and lash care primer. And then I will follow that up with the regular classic volume mascara. So I don't normally go into the mascara base, but I felt like being extra today. How shocking is that? But this is really great if you have issues with lash density. Maybe if you have really sparse eyebrows or eyelashes here. These are really good just to bulk up. So you just like put the base on first and then the mascara on afterwards. But also some people put this on when they go to sleep as a treatment too. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up my eye makeup. I am using the Fleur de Printemps. It's this beautiful blush and highlighter duo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the blush and highlighter. I'm just going to tap back and forth like this. And the highlighter is really nice, but it's really subtle. It's not like a chunky glitter or a blinding highlight. It reminds me of the Hourglass blushes. When you mix them together, it kind of just gives you that beautiful luminous glow. And then I'm using the brush number 19 from Rephr Brushes. This duo blush highlighter is so pretty. When it first came out, I was like, another blush, another limited edition blush from Chanel. Of course I'll get it, but like I hope it's really lovely. It really is. It's like the perfect coral. It's not too orange. You know, sometimes a coral blush can be really orange. This is just like a soft little pink, and it's so fresh, so feminine, and just like so perfect for spring. And then for the lips, I'm going into my new Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet, part of the Le Lion collection. This is called number 227 Beige Rougissant, which literally translates into roaring beige, which is very fitting for the whole Le Lion collection. This is a really nice warm tone beige. It's in the Your Lips But Better category. And it's funny because the Rouge Allure Velvet texture is supposed to be matte, but this feels really comfortable. It feels like a regular bullet lipstick that's maybe just like a hint more matte than a satin finish, for example. Now, to complete the look, we have to go into a fragrance. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Chanel Chance Hair Mist. Now, this is starting to run dangerously low, so I might have to get a backup of this soon. But this just smells like the classic Chance fragrance, but for your hair, which is just so extra. I mean, come on. Chance is just such a clean floral scent, so I think it goes with the whole look here. All right, I think this is the finished look. This is my take on a Chanel spring makeup look, combining this year, last year, and somewhere in between. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. What other spring makeup looks would you like to see? Because as I mentioned, since we're not getting the eyeshadow palettes, I think I will just go ahead and create my own inspiration, my own interpretation of what a Chanel spring makeup look should be. If you're new to my channel, I talk about nothing but luxury beauty, and I love to use and reuse the same products, like the same palettes. Whenever I get a collection, I will create multiple different looks. So if you're looking for someone who will help you with lots of different tutorials and give you lots of different inspiration, I highly recommend subscribing to my channel. All right, guys, I think this is all I have for today. So thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.